Welcome back to Olympics Daily. Now, there's been a lot made at these games of Team GB. They're the host nation, they're third in the league table. But what of the two leaders, the powerhouses of the USA and China, who in the last 4 days are going to be putting all their efforts into coming out on top? Well, I'm joined by FT columnist Matthew Engel. Matthew, how important is it to either of those countries to be at the top of the table?
Well, it depends. It depends who you mean in those countries. Does it matter to the team leadership? Yes, it's a matter of great pride. Does it matter to the political leaders of both countries? That's a very interesting question. One of the things I discovered yesterday, which I didn't know, did a little research on this, is the extent to which the medals table over the years has been a reflection of great power rivalry at the time, mostly dominated by the US. 26 previous Olympics, 16 of them the US at the top of the medals table, 7 the Soviet Union, all during the Cold War period, and the only countries to break that, Britain 1908, at the height of their imperial power, Germany 1936, and we know what was happening there at the time, and China last time. All these countries, the host nations, and all reflecting their own position in the hierarchy at the time. Now, this is more than a coincidence.
Now, one of the sports that the US has been dominating in is beach volleyball, which we all know has had a bit of controversy surrounding its appearance as an event. Do you think it's been a success?
I don't know if we're going from the sublime to the ridiculous or not. Well, beach volleyball's been there now for quite some time. I went to beach volleyball on day one, as I'd been before, sort of traditional thing to do, but I also went back last Saturday night to see the late night sessions. And this is completely bizarre. It's a wild party, which has very, very little to do with the sport. It's just turned into a London party, and I have suggested that this should now become a permanent feature of London life. This is not a serious Olympic sport in my view. I don't think the skill levels are high enough. I don't think it belongs in the sport, in the Olympics.
Do you consider yourself an Olympics purist?
I wouldn't quite put it like that. I don't think the Olympics is pure. It's far too political and big for that. But I mean, personally, beach volleyball, I'm quite certain that beach volleyball is there because they wanted something that was a bit show busy, that drew in other people who didn't really like sport, and well, whatever.
What's your tip of the day, Matthew?
Well, the big event today, and we've actually had 24 rather calmer hours because Britain didn't win any medal yesterday, and thus the country is a little calmer, a little less hysterical than it has been. Mild relief, I have to say. Today they are expected to win more gold medals. Boxing, women's boxing, the first ever women's boxing medal, and is possible, and also the women's marathon swim. However, the big event of the day is quite clear. Usain Bolt's second run, the 200 metres, an event where he is considered stronger because he doesn't have the disadvantage of his bad start, which could be important in the 100 metres if there was anyone who could get close to him. So he's very hot favourite this time.
Excellent. Okay, we're watching that later. Today's photo finish is back to China, and their success is another photo by the FT's Charlie Bibby. Their triumph in the men's team table tennis, just sort of it tells us the story, doesn't it? You know, the despondency of failure, the triumph of success.
Yes, it's a great picture. Incredibly hard to deal with table tennis. It's very hard to watch because a big hall and a small table, and the ball moves very fast, especially when these blokes are hitting it. China once again totally dominant. They won the final very easily against South Korea. And that was the moment it happened.
Excellent. Okay, well, Matthew, thank you very much. We're back tomorrow, plenty more on FT.com, Olympics related, but do join us tomorrow when we'll be speaking to the FT's editor, Lionel Barber, to get his take on how the London Games have been unfolding.